In white, the men's national team for Sweden. Players, get ready.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2023 Norway Rugby World Championship here in Montreal, Canada. Third game of the day, first men's game, Sweden in white versus Norway in blue. This should be quite a good game. So, two competitive teams that certainly want to go for the top spots here at this World Championship. Gonna be interesting to see how they will fare.
Also, may I say, two of the hardest teams' names to pronounce.
We'll see. Might be a little bit easier for me.
It's definitely going to be a lot easier for you. I got roasted in the comments yesterday.
We'll see how we fare because all those little special letters there, like Skore or Halland, make pronunciation a bit more difficult for...
Someone was very kindly, phonetically... Hello, was very kindly phonetically spelling it for me.
And as always, if you call us out on mispronouncing any names, we'll do it in our own native language, which might be way worse than whatever we produced so far. So, trying to get the best experience here on the stream and doing some commentators here in Canada, Montreal. And now off we go. Oh, we can see Norway strong on the ball. And
wow.
Signature move from them to toss the ball high upwards on the swim off. Well done by them.
And so much speed from Norway. We saw this in their women's team yesterday.
Yeah, and those teams
assets.
will take speed up quite a bit now. And we'll see they want to present themselves. Norway playing on the open side of the pool here, yeah, might take a little bit of a swim or two. But well done by the Swedish forward, snatching the ball away. Erik Mastad, that was number 10. Martinsen for the Swedes. Yet again, Martinsson to do it a little bit more correctly. And yeah, we can already see teams back and forth. Sweden and Norway, both historically very strong nations, having handed off the titles back and forth in the 90s and early 2000s. Norway 2 times world championship, Kali and Graz. Kali and the one before in Helsinki.
And Norway just with so many numbers under the water.
Okay, well, Sweden pushing in Sebastian Brännström, trying to move in Ball snatched out. Funk, Oscar Vik. Let's see, Mario Skore, one of the long-time veterans for the Norwegian team. Haaland. Now we can see a lot of fast and strong passing by the Norwegians. Stefan Tengs moving in, going in from above, but Sweden here certainly.
Sweden forwards really making it difficult for them. I think a call from the referee for a Norway free throw.
Norway. We know Norway does have some trick plays up their sleeves when it comes to free throws, especially in overtime. We've seen one during the World Cup in Helsinki where they scored the 1-0, the final goal, and the goal in the finale with a trick play on overtime of the Germans. Oh, and well done by Sweden.
Taken away by Sweden. Norway making it hard for them though.
Hansen immediately going for the ball, see them locked up. Martinsson again for Sweden, bringing it back. Quite the impact from him already in this game. Yeah, we see a lot of heavy swimming by both teams, moving back and forth.
And sort of a lot of play in that mid-level of the pool.
Yeah. Yeah, especially for the strong teams, there is a trade-off between having the safety of the bottom of the pool, where fewer players usually are present, but also having your own players be more present on the middle of the pool. So the mid-level has become some kind of let's say a little bit of a battleground, where you trade off safety for availability of your own team as well. So if you want to progress the game faster, you either fast break on the bottom or you play around in the mid level of the pool. Norway back in possession. Nerand. Forward to Tangs again. Trying to hold the ball on the surface.
Two Swedish forwards really not going to let them get an inch there. But managed to pass through them.
Start moving in. Trying to go in from above, but Sweden doing a really good job here, just snatching the balls away from them. Joel Forsberg for Sweden. Back in possession for Norway.
We see Norway make those amazing passes around the basket, but Sweden really not letting them do it today.
Yeah, and we see Norway with their typical open playing style. They barely ever tuck the ball in. They want to keep it on the open hand. They want to pass. They want to be swimming a lot. They'd rather lose the ball once or twice and have to get it back rather than have the game locked up and being unable to play around.
And I think it's the confidence of knowing that you're able to recover it as well.
Yeah.
You can play a little bit more risky like that.
Yeah, they know they have elite swimmers. They know they can fast break. They know they can go back and forth very quickly. So they heavily rely on that. Even if a bit younger on average, and maybe not as experienced team as they had during the last championships. Moving in again.
Two forwards coming down now.
Haaland
trying to stop that attack.
Sweden, heavy defense, but we can see
punched
how
away
they
by
want to play,
Norway.
just punching the ball out, having very good ball handling.
And now we're seeing another Norwegian free throw.
Shout out for number 31 on the Swedish team. His big brother.
He's my hero, my brother.
There it is.
Excellent. Shout out to Otto and number 31.
Keep chat clean. Nice recommendation there. Be friendly in the chat. Friendly banter is always appreciated. Evansovic, Tengs. Haaland again. Haaland again. You can see Norway trying to move in now, trying to position a player underneath the basket. But Sweden doing an excellent job so far defending against the offense from the Norwegians. It's Skåre again. See Erik Mastad shifting the ball around.
Sweden is under the pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, Sweden is under pressure, but they're doing an excellent job just defending very well, not giving a bit of space. Question why Schaefer is not playing for Norway. I guess he wants to play for Denmark, for his home country, and he's very much allowed to. He doesn't have to live there. So, but Christian is in the chat, so he can comment he can comment on it by himself. Yeah, so the game very much locked up by Sweden. They're doing a good job defending, pushing out, trying to get back into the half of the Norwegians, but we can see heavy forechecking by the Norwegians. So both teams know each other very well, even though they brought in some new, younger players. They know their strengths and weaknesses. They've been each other's throats for a long time now, being a little bit of arch rivals, one can say, as well in the Nordics Championships as well. And small part of Finland not here. This championship, Denmark also. So those teams very well aware of what the others can do. Both teams with fast swimmers can go for fast breaks, can get those 1v1 situations. So good. We can also see the defenders moving out time and time again and not giving the forwards from Norway in this case any opportunity to move in onto the basket. Ball being locked up on the surface. Pass downward. Sovik.
Sweden really wants that ball.
Yeah.
I can see they don't want to do defense anymore. They're doing overlaps and they really want that ball.
Yeah. So also in a game like this, the trade-off: do you want to send your defenders out further, just try to get the ball back as any way, shape or form you can, or do you give your opponents a little bit of room to play around the basket, let the forwards come in and then go in from an angle without vision?
Nice
Now
attack.
two players
Well,
underneath the goalkeeper,
that's
a good
dangerous.
opportunity. Oh, there's a little bit of pushing by the Norwegian. I don't know if the ref saw it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, the ref saw it. Good call by the ref. Norwegian player pushed the goalkeeper up without the ball. Sneaky play there, and also a bit of stupid play there because it doesn't give you that much of an advantage in this position, and you lose the ball. So don't do that. You might You might even not do your team a favor there. And now Sweden has the ball, can move forward.
They could score, by the way. It was very close.
I think the ball was underneath the back of the goalie, but a defender or a forward had his hands on the ball carrier. So, nice pass behind the back. Now Andreas Bergenholtz, the vet for the Swedes, moving around.
Now this is a golden ball after defending minutes. Let's see.
Yeah. So Sweden certainly doesn't want to give the ball away.
Not soon.
Right up the.
Absolutely not
and
soon.
They certainly are not out of this game. So Norway might have a slight favorite role, judging from the last years of play. But those teams go at each other, and either team is very much able to take away here the game here, and it certainly is the game for the #1 spot in the group as well.
They're doing pass very far from the basket. Hopefully they can get closer, but you know, I mean, they just came from the defense, and you know, I mean, they want to set up.
Yeah. 1 second.
Alright, Swedish guys attacking right now. They finally got closer. Oh, Norway got the ball. Norway got the ball.
Moving back, moving out. It's okay. Back in the middle of the pool. So the middle of the pool, kind of a bit of a battlefield. Good team.
Oh wow.
Ooh, that's
wow.
a risky situation here. Moving in, very heavily attacking the goal. Ref
That
even going
was close.
going to the middle of the pool to see what's going on. Out. Well done by Sweden to have a last-second defense here. Players not being 100% in position immediately, but well done by the Swedish team. And you can see the experience of both teams. They know how hard they can go. They shift momentum from 1 second to another, and those fast breaks, those different pacings of the team, make it really, really tough to judge when there is a good situation, when you're safe, when the team does want to go slow, when the team has to go slow, or when the team can just momentarily increase the speed and the momentum and just going in a punch through a hole there. So you always have to be on the lookout. You never let yourself getting lured into a false sense of comfort when playing against a team. And we already have 10 minutes played in the first half, and it's an even game between Sweden and Norway. Third game of the day.
Oh,
and
so many numbers there. Sweden.
we can see Norwegian defender being in position. Sweden trying to recuperate the ball here, dropping down, taking up a mustard, trying to drop it.
Wow.
Skare moving the ball forward.
No.
Funk.
Did they call it?
There's a call by the ref.
Yes.
Yeah, holding call by the ref.
He took the foul. He
Yeah.
took the foul.
Absolutely. So especially for the strong teams, being able to freely move to the middle of the pool and get a free throw is a huge advantage, where quite often the weaker teams cannot really use these opportunities they gain from a free throw. Free throws for strong teams give you so much space and time, and give you a lot of breathing room to move forward. You have basically 6 fresh players playing attack, so that's a huge thing to have. Nice recovery for Sweden. Nielsen trying to move the ball forward. Yeah, we're seeing the speed and the strength the players put into their passes to have them arrive on point, because those teams can intercept easily. Mortensen again. Mortensen passing back to the surface. Brännström moving in. Oh, tried to shove it underneath, but the defender, well done.
Both teams wants to score a goal.
Yeah, both
no
teams.
one wants to slow the game.
No one wants to slow the game down. They both want to be up and forward as fast as possible. They want to be the first on the scoring board. He left the playing field, so a bit of a misjudgment on the Norwegian player's part, trying to swim along the line, but side judge calling him out on it. So back into their own half for the Norwegians, but you can see them not going straight for their own goal for defense, and we can see them very clearly now. A Swedish player forcing them to go down by threatening to steal away the basket. So good move to force a team back into their own half, to have 4 players back, so opening up a lot of space. But we can also see a Norwegian player positioning himself behind the recipient, or the most likely recipient of the ball, trying to snatch it away.
Wow, Norway got the ball.
Ripped away. Oscar Wijk, well done by him, but Mathias Barsten. Pass forward. Bergenholzen. Westerlin. Some quite well-known names in the Norway rugby community.
Oh wow.
Missed pass there.
There we go.
And now a good break opportunity for Jorgen Ulvestad. Does he get the 1v1? Being held back there a bit by his ankle. Important not to touch the fin, otherwise you might get a 2-minute penalty here for stopping a scoring opportunity. So Norway trying to position themselves in the corner. Again, Mortensen for Sweden with the recovery. He's doing a lot of effort and a lot of swimming and for this team. Power forward.
3 people now.
A nice fast break for Sweden,
wow,
and he's
that's
on the other side. He can he get a grip onto the goalkeeper? Goalkeeper still in place, still pushing upwards. Two Swedish players underneath the basket. But his ball is above the goal. It can still go down. Defender still in place. And now, yeah, being interrupted, but has to go down in the defense. Mortensen again trying to move in from above, forward in position.
Third wave from Sweden.
Ovid News, the captain and coach for a long time. Oscar Wijk. News again. News, an elite FIM swimmer for the longest time in his life. Now Norway with the fast break, moving and remove the goalkeeper from the goal. Goalkeeper can't go back in position, but no defender down.
Wow.
Very well done by the Norwegians using a fast break. And Oscar Wijk, after a nice pass from Ovid News,
Amazing
from one
goal.
side to the other, we can see him move in and punch the ball through. And it was Tor Nederland with this. The goalkeeper and defender not in place for a short amount of time. And getting caught up. T. Alright, 38 seconds left in the first half, so huge goal for the Norwegians to end this first half with a potential 1-0 score. I think they will Sweden will most certainly try to equalize here, but certainly Norway will try to
That's dangerous.
drop them. But good effort here by Sweden, and if they can get the ball to the other side, that's a huge scoring
no.
opportunity, but they're being dragged upwards and the ball dropping down. Norway faster on the recovery, and they will. Can they get the fast break? 11 seconds left in the game. I think they'll just lock up the ball there for the last 8 seconds and try to not give it back. Yeah. The classic lock-up corner play.
We see that on
turn your back
Norwegian
to the playing
players,
field,
yeah.
lock the ball up in the corner. But I
The
think
most
the ref,
fun bit, isn't it? If you have last 10 seconds.
Yeah. If you're leading, you have 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Tuck the ball in.
Yeah.
But yes, Sweden gets a free throw, but they have 4 seconds left in the game. So Norway will put 6 players on the water, and it's most certainly no chance they will get through there and score if they do properly. But we'll see what they can do. They certainly want to use the 4 seconds. Bergenholtsen trying to approach the goal.
And that's
1
it.
second left, and there we go. First half, Norway versus Sweden, a very close and competitive game. Nice attempts from both sides. Sweden a bit more on defense. Norway using signature style fast break games, going forward, having those needle sting attacks onto the goal and punching through. Yeah, and we see first half, really nice game of fast pace underwater rugby. Heavy hitters there on both sides. Good mixture of veterans and young players on both teams. So high level underwater rugby here between Norway and Sweden during this game. 4.5 minutes of halftime break there. So Norway in blue, Sweden in white. 1-0 for Norway. And then we halftime break, and then we'll be back in about 4 minutes. All right. 1 minute left. 1 minute left on the halftime break. Norway up 1-0. Third game of the day against Sweden. They've been at each other's throats heavily during the first half of the game. Norway able to punch through on a fast break, but Sweden certainly, we've seen them during the last minutes of the game, able to equalize here, having the personnel to do so. So going to be exciting second half.
I think I've seen Norway a bit more organized, more patient. I've seen the Swedish attacks, don't get me wrong, is really dangerous, really powerful. I feel like if they be a bit more patient, they will score a goal.
Yeah.
And we want to see more goals,
But
of course.
it's hard to be patient when there are 2 or 3 Norwegians just waiting for you and grabbing your first opportunity, going for the ball from
Absolutely.
from an outside angle. So yeah, hard game, hard fought game, tough game, but certainly a fun game to watch for
Here we
everybody. Yeah, we've seen Norway back again, first on the ball. Playing in midfield, but Sweden there with the recovery. Moving in immediately. Circling the ball around a bit. Sackström now trying to position some players. Bergenholtz moving in. Players trying to get in a Muller position, but
Good
Norway
job.
certainly not allowing them. Yeah. Well done by the Norwegians pushing the ball forward. Jorgen Ulvestad there. Forward.
Ulvestad, one of the best forwards, I think,
Yeah.
from Norway.
Yeah, Hansen. Now being locked up by Sweden. We can see Swedes circling them, having a couple of people in the scrum. Nobody wants to give anybody an edge. Funk there on the bottom side for the Norwegians, trying to rip the ball out. Former Danish player moved to Norway, now playing for Norway.
And referee stopped the game.
Yeah, deck referee. Certainly stopped that. Attack on the head, and we're going to continue with a free throw for Norway.
Norway, okay. Let's see, Norway wants to slow the game or wants to score another goal.
Nah, Norway doesn't want to slow down anything.
Always.
Yeah, they usually go, and they said in EuroLeague, when we joined EuroLeague with Vienna in, I think, 2014-15, and we're certainly one of the weakest teams, and the weakest team in the first season. And they played against us, and they said they will not slow down a single bit during the game.
Okay.
You can either play on the level, they want to be competitive, they want to have the best game they can have, and they're going to punch through 25 times if they get the chance to do it.
Yeah.
And they did. So, yeah, no, they're most likely not going to slow down unless it's really in their favor to do so.
Oh, Sweden got the ball.
But Sweden now with the recovery, Mortensen again.
If he can pass down.
Yeah, Mortensen yet again moving forward for Sweden, doing a lot of swimming, a lot of groundwork for them. 5, 11 person. Ball to the bottom. Norway moving back into the... Oh, I think the basket was a little bit stolen away, so we're trying to move in and intercept the goalkeeper, trying to exchange in the basket, but now we're back in possession with the ball. And we can see as soon as they can recover the ball, the defenders will move out.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
well done by Sweden.
Wow.
Can they use the momentum and
That's
go straight
dangerous.
to the basket? Yeah, dangerous situation now for Norway, but defense in position just in time. Good effort by the forward. Moving back in and helping out. Oh, want to pass to the middle.
Wow.
Even Sovik dropped the ball there for Norway, but good effort by Tornela and the goalkeeper to move forward. And yeah, you can see how important it is in those elite games for your goalkeepers and your defenders to take some risks, to move out, to help out, pushing the ball forward. Even Sovik with a fast break on Swedish goal, but he is stopped a little bit in front. Oh, nice attempt to punch the ball through to the left. Oh, quick pass from left to right, passing the ball above the goalkeeper. Can he push it down?
He
Goal
got
is
the
empty, and he doesn't see it. Oh, it's stopped by the ref. holding penalty against Norway,
Okay.
so yeah. Valiant effort by Sweden, but that was a dangerous situation there for Sweden.
Norwegian forwards are doing great job. I think I'm really impressed.
Yeah. Heavy fighting on both sides. Okay, game back now on the Norwegian side. And we see the little bit of competitive edge Norway has, bringing players to the basket of Sweden and moving in there faster, where the Swedish team foreshadows their plays a little bit more. Moving in from the open side, nice play, moving around, but good positioning there with Mario Skari, who knew where the ball wanted to be placed. Snorkel dropping down the pool, doesn't matter, you have exchange gear on the sideline if you're playing a competitive championship. Oh, now a nice fast break opportunity for Sweden. They have players there, but you can see Norway with 4 players going down to stop it. Defender being in place, but has to move up. Randström there for Sweden. Yeah, we can see Norway with the advantage of being able to have more players in position quickly and quicker than Sweden, but Sweden is certainly also able now to set up attacks and waves after another. Bergenholtsen are keeping the ball for Sweden. Moving in again from the right. Sackström. And yeah, one of the most difficult thing in underwater rugby, especially in the big. He didn't see the ball diving in. Well snatched. Ovid Nyhus, the coach. That's a gift for him. You don't give Ovid Nyhus such an opportunity to get the ball. Forward. Shackled up there on top. Mustard.
Stop the game. Is that?
Call by the ref. Yeah, he left the playing area.
Alright.
It's quite difficult to judge being swimming, only seeing the line on top. We've already discussed with the refs to maybe have some line on the bottom as well, so you can see if you're moving up close. Especially in a big pool like this, you don't have any point of reference where you are or while you're being pushed out to know when to drop the ball or not and leave it.
Timeout. Timeout by Sweden. I'm sure they're having chat about how can they score a goal.
Yeah, so
Also
Sweden.
Norway has a perfect forward rotation.
Yeah, one of the key things in a small pool, but also even more in a big pool, is to know as a team how to progress through the pool, especially if you're not able to just swim from one side to another within 2 or 3 strokes of your fins. You have to play this middle game, the game in the middle third of the pool, where you have to circle the ball around. You have to have passing stations ready, positioned properly to go straight for the goal, but also be able to help out if a scrum emerges. Right, time it up.
I would love to see another goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 2, Joachim, shout out by the family. Alright, Sweden moving in. See Andreas Bergenholtsen, guess he's the captain again for the team. Elite player for a very long time. Nice pass to the left.
Number 27.
Johansson, we've seen him yesterday with some a bit more unconventional goals against Austria, just punching the ball through on the heads up. And now a nice pass to the middle, and they have a straight line to the goal, but well done by the defender to get in between. A nice fast break there now with number 18, Oscar Wieck, one of the younger players even for the team.
See it? Wow.
And, we can see, and he's a heavy player as
One
well, so
more.
it was strong swimming for the Norwegians. Oh, Owen News now with the
That's it.
opportunity on the goal. He's underneath the goalkeeper, but doesn't have his passing station he wanted to have on the other side of the goal. Now gets a player underneath. Can he pass the ball downwards? Ball is in the hands of the goalkeeper. Quite risky for Sweden. Sweden has to move out. Well done here by number 11, Simon Jobs.
Attack from the
But
neck. They
rough,
have to
rough
call this, I
playing by the
think.
Norwegians, attacking the head. Yeah, an immediate. Yeah, good,
Yeah.
good call by the
Good
ref.
goal.
Seen it immediately, and we can see how easily the game can get heated up there if there's a risky situation and the Norwegians smell blood around the goal, around the basket. But well done by Sweden. Come back and move out again. Also well done by number 11, Simon Jobs here, helping out the goalkeeper, taking over the ball right in front of the basket. Sweden trying again to move in, try to screw himself in underneath into the defender. Sweden's player on attacking the head there a bit from the Norwegian goalkeeper, advantage for Sweden still. Again, Oscar Wiik for Norway, trying to get the ball. He's getting to the surface over the goal.
Okay.
Quite a risky move there by Oscar Wiik.
I think Norway want to finish this game.
I mean, Sweden is certainly upping their pace, so you can see they want to equalize, and they certainly have the chances, and they certainly have the manpower to do it. So,
Okay, we're gonna see another attack from Sweden.
Edvin Martinsen. Moving in again. And the thing is, in a big pool like this, where you cannot exchange as long as you're the attacking team. Ball snatched away. The longer you have to play forward, the harder it gets for you, the more exhausted your players are. And you play against a fresh defense, so you have to move in quickly. You have to set your punches fast. Hatje. Ball forward to Sackström again.
Okay, Sweden doing good job, I think.
Yeah, can he pass? He can pass the ball, but it's noticed by the defender.
more
Well
pass
done, but
will
yet
do
again
as
trying to
well.
get him
They
out of
got it.
position, but the ball snatched away by Norway, and then now Oscar Wiik again moving forward for Norway here. Doing a lot of swimming effort here lately in the game. It's awesome. Hansen being immediately attacked by Bergenholzen. Yeah, we can see Norway just now trying to gain control of this game again, keeping the ball in the run ranks. We see them not even diving down, we see them playing on the surface ground, rather unusual for the Norwegians, so they must be quite exhausted as well after those long stretches of defense against Sweden. And Sweden, certainly, there's a holding penalty called. I think it might be against Sweden. Yep.
Norway free throw.
So good timing now for Norway. They can exchange one or two players, and a little bit of a tricky play here. You don't have to get the ball from the bottom immediately, and you can dive down really slowly and then pick it up. Give your team time to recover, especially if you had a long stretch of
Even his
hard
friends
play.
say, don't rush to pick up the ball.
Yeah.
Slow down.
The time is stopping during World Championship. It doesn't matter if there's a game like in a small tournament where the time is running through and you need the time to score. Get the ball and keep playing.
Which is good, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, called again, ref.
One more.
And we're going back, ball back again
One
to
more.
Norway. Repeats. Yeah. Yeah, and we can see they're taking the time. They don't have hurry. The Swedish defenders have to dive up and down there.
Exactly.
They have to use their air, keep their lungs stressed. The others don't. A nice pass downwards. And we can see them as soon as
Two
they
forward.
have rested players, they will move in as fast as possible onto the Swedish goal.
Here we go. There's no forward right now.
Oh, no, oh, nice
wow.
pass to the right. Cannot execute immediately, cannot get a hold of the ball right away. Mortensen again for the Sweden, locking Matthias Barsten up from Norway, popping the ball out. Oh, nice, underneath the goalkeeper. Oh, well done. That is textbook by Jorgen Ulvestad.
Wow.
Also one of the long-served veterans for Norway, Molde player in the EuroLeague. Has been out for a couple of years now, came back. Still one of the top players in the sport. Nice done. Matthias Boston dropping the ball down. Swedish defender not in place, and now this is quite the quite the punch for Norway here, setting themselves up comfortably with a 2-0 lead, and now Sweden has to take way more risk to keep this game open. To 5 minutes left in the game to recover, to equalize. And Norway certainly will not slow down.
Norway playing hard. Also, they play smart.
Yeah, and we see a player trying to get in Möller position. Can he get the ball delivered? No, Norway defending well against it. Free throw repetition because it wasn't. They didn't wait until the signal was called, I guess.
Wow, number 18.
Ball dropping down, recovered by Norway. I guess a holding penalty.
Norway free throw.
Yeah, free throw for Norway, so Norway can now comfortably move into the Swedish half. Citizens of Molde sending to love to the players. Molde usually a critical component for the Norwegian national team over the last years. Now getting a bit more diverse lately since Ivar Bjørnar, Raymond Bodding and Pettersen are not playing anymore for Norway in this championship. So two of the long-served elite veterans not here in this tournament.
Absolutely.
Norway's not saving them and keeping them back for other games. This is the game to play for place number 1 in groups.
I think they're still playing great. I'm really impressed by Norwegians.
Absolutely. Yes, Sweden playing extremely well here against Norway. Sweden's squad certainly a bit of an X factor before. We didn't know some players of them, some younger players that have come in during the latest years, not having been seen in international championships as much. Some old veterans, so they certainly seem to have a very nice squad here in this tournament. We can also see them struggling a little bit to get enough players underwater at the critical points in time. But certainly some dangerous attacks from them onto the Norwegian goal. Free throw for Sweden in the Norwegian half. Players trying to position Bergholzen, down to Pettersen. Pettersen trying to move in. Being locked up by Norway. Ball stays.
Oh, second wave from Sweden.
A little bit of kicking there.
Good defending.
Erik Mastad, the defender. Ball drop onto the belly of the goalkeeper. Bergholzen again coming in from above. Can he get an angle to attack? But will be locked up. There we see very good job by the Norwegian forwards, by the power forwards. Always being ready to attack as soon as a situation becomes critical for the defense. Helping out the goalkeepers, helping out the defenders, not allowing balls to circle around. Ball back in Swedish hands. 2.5 minutes to go, and now I think the 2-0 lead of Norway now certainly comfortable for them. 2 minutes, very little time to score 2 goals on such a high level of underwater rugby, and we can see people play like Oscar Wiik again, punching through for Norway. And now they initiate the fast break here. See Nederland taking over the ball. Yeah, and they certainly want to keep the ball around their own players, amongst their own teammates.
It's massive pool, but still we don't see that one-on-one contra attack. Maybe just because the
Yeah.
players are very experienced on their positions.
Yeah. Another free throw for Norway. Holding penalty against Sweden. Now certainly a rough one for them. Oh, the basket stolen away. Will they execute quickly or not? We can see Norway taking their time. But we also can see the Swedish players position themselves around the Norwegian players, blocking the way to the basket. Yeah, again, I think it was an infringement of the 2-meter radius again, as already mentioned in the chat.
Yeah.
Those teams, they try some, let's say, it's not unconventional, but they try to anticipate the starting signal of the ref and start swimming a little bit before that, so they have some speed and momentum as soon as they reach the players on the inside. And you're not allowed to enter the 2-meter circle until the pass has been done. The first pass is a free pass, and so they sometimes get called out for entering the 2-meter zone before that, and this is what happened here twice now. That's why the free throws were repeated. Being held back. Fast break for Sweden, but Norway suddenly catching up with them, just holding them long enough to give the team a little bit of breathing room to keep the defense set up. You can see now a single player, and the pool is so extremely long. Sweden try to move in, and it's rough for the teams. Yeah, ball being punched up. Skavik again locking the ball up for Norway. Ball popped out, covered by Mastad. Down to Sovik. Sovik moving forward. Having a passing double pass. Nice up and down there by the Norwegians. Utilizing their passing stations and options they have. Now open basket.
Alright,
3 Norwegians. Can they come
basket.
in? Pass in from
Nice
underneath.
pass
Oh,
and
yes.
Goal. Third one. Nice goal.
Absolutely.
Really nice passes around the basket. Classic Norwegians. They're
See the
great
ball
at
being
this.
handled around the goal. Only a goalkeeper there. Very well done by Norway. Now 19 seconds left in the game, and now the game is certainly over. Has been quite a bit for the last 2.5 minutes, but a good effort by Sweden. And yeah, as also Chet says, it's amazing how they have been moving in and how well Norway has been defending throughout the entirety of the game against them, not giving them an edge. You can see the strength of the Norwegian forwards moving in at a very precise moment to just interrupt the Swedish forwards. And now we have
Norway
3-0
won.
for Norway in blue versus Sweden in white.
It's a really great game.
Well done by both teams. A very exciting game to see here. Game number 3 today. Second day of the Underwater Rugby World Championship here in Sweden. We're still a little bit back behind on time and schedule, so the next game might commence within a couple of minutes. But this time I think I'll hand over.
Thank you.
Hello. I think they were actually.
I think we don't have time for interviews. We can check if they're going for interview. But I think they did any.
I saw them take the microphone over, but nothing else. No, they're not. They're not recording it.
I'll check.
Um,
They might line up within the next moments because we're behind on schedule.
a man and a woman came to. That's very vague. They were like pointing at you like they wanted to talk to you.
When?
Like 30 seconds ago, but you were on this, so they just left.
Okay.
I suppose they'll come back.
Were they wearing any identifiable?
Like Caucasian woman, taller than me, long hair, maybe 40s, in her 40s.
Okay, kind of light brown hair.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know who that is. I don't know.
You don't want to cook? Okay, fair enough.
Hello? Hello?